block him. Okay, let's get to Mando. Let's go ahead. So Mando, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's your ethnicity?
I'm Jewish and Greek.
Okay, did you have something to add to the conversation?
I just think the kid Carmelo was just sort of like a coward.
Go on.
Well, I grew up in pretty tough neighborhoods. You just got to fight. That happens every day. Three people come up to you and they start telling you don't go stabbing because you're going to be put away. Or, I mean, poking
I
anybody,
know
you're going to be
TikTok
put away.
shop. So you think, Mando, that in a state where you get to protect yourself, you think he should have sat there 130 pounds? I think he was 5'10" or something like that. The twins were 6'2", 6'4", something like that, 230 each, and plus a couple of other people while he's sitting on bleachers in the thundering rain. You think he should have sat there and fought all those people?
Yeah, that actually happened to my son playing football. The linemen were bullying him, and he stuck up. He fought back, and eventually, things turn out pretty good as long as you're not poking anybody.
You
Anybody
do.
have?
I
Go
had
ahead,
something to
Amanda.
say. I'm sorry. Excuse me. You do know that I don't think that people understand that Carmelo has epilepsy. So I'm sure he was thinking about not having put himself in a situation to where he has a medical emergency. Like, fighting for some people with epilepsy will cause them to have seizures. You can pass away from a seizure as well. So, maybe he was, and if honestly, if I was in that position and someone was, and they jumped him, all four of those boys jumped him. So, and if I was put in a situation like that, I couldn't say that I wouldn't do, the same thing. Somebody would have got poked too, because that's bullying and profiling for number, for
Okay.
one, and then
Right, so we're gonna
That
rotate you
happens
down.
every
Thank you for
day
coming
in New
up.
York.
well, and I done poked somebody before too. You run up on me, and if I feel threatened, you're gonna get poked.
That might be the reason why all these kids are in prison.
Hold
That
on,
is not the reason.
Mando. So you think after the history Black Americans have in this country, you think because a white guy, two white boys come up to you in the thundering rain and tell you to move, get out of a tent, and then proceed to put their hands on you, you think a black person shouldn't do anything about that? You think they shouldn't defend themselves however they see fit?
I don't see what kind of threat he was under. I think he just should have ran. He had no
Why?
threat.
Okay, you a man. Chris, did you have something to say?
Why
I
didn't he
don't.
just run?
I don't have nothing to say at all, Miss Love, about this.
Okay,
Mondo ain't fought nothing.
okay, hold on. Cedric,
He was
did you
talking.
have? Okay, hold on, Chris. Cedric, did you want to respond to
Yeah,
him?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I got something to say. It's interesting how this Mondo, Hondo, whatever your name is, come on, talking about that he was a bully or whatever. I like TikTok shop, and it's interesting. Here's why it's interesting, because I'm almost sure that if the roles was reversed, oh, you would be cheering the white tee boys on. I'm sure of that. So don't come on here with the bull jive talking about he should have ran. He said, no, 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 no. Ain't nobody running no more. That's over. Ain't no more praying. Ain't no more marching. That boy had a chance.
He's
That
gonna be
excuse me,
running
I'm
in the
talking.
prison for sure.
Excuse me, I'm talking. That boy he defended himself. And guess what? Have you noticed that you haven't seen the tape yet? Have you noticed that? You know why? Because chances are that tape shows the who was doing the bullying. I like TikTok shop. I'm done.
You shouldn't be just poking every bully, should you?
Ah, man, look, check this out. He defended himself the best way he could. Wait until the video come out. He
Mondo,
defended himself the best way he could, and he
hey,
Then
did what
yes
he
or no?
did.
Mondo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you guys. What's up?
Hi, Mondo. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Can you greet me back?
Honest.
Huh?
Look at that. He's faking.
No habla español.
He don't
Not,
speak Spanish. He one of the Americanized ones. All right, go ahead with your
Él
Well,
habla
he's one of the
ticano.
Americanized ones. He don't speak that shit.
Okay, yes, he's a Latino that
and you know,
moved to New York. Hold on, Mondo. So he moved to New York, which means he probably came from Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico, which has an extremely high rate of violence, right? Which is why New York is such a shithole at the moment. So I wanted to ask Mundo, do you know who Nick Fuentes is?
Again, what's that?
Have you ever heard of Nick Fuentes?
Who's that?
interesting.
Okay. Anyway, American, I wanted to give a fact too. Were you aware that the bully that attacked Carmelo Anthony, he had a fight with his father a few years ago where he broke
broke
like
his
his
arm?
dad's shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
And he had an anger problem. Those boys were problematic.
Not just in that, not just at the school, but that was throughout that small city.
Right. So Mando, with that being said, Mando, do you feel like it's okay for kids to physically attack their parents? Because if he physically will attack his parents, that means he has no respect for anybody. So imagine what he'll do to a stranger.
Facts.
I think you're pulling at straws.
Go look it up. Go
So
look
how do
it
you
up.
feel about Chud the Builder? Do you think Chud the Builder should be walking the streets right now?
What they're saying is,
Go ahead, Mando.
Mando, you're muted.
Now all of a sudden he can't talk. Isn't that something? He's probably a Chud the Builder fan.
Mondo, unmute yourself. Mando.
Dummy.
But if you notice, American, how they be having all the facts without the facts, but don't know nothing about things that are happening. Like, it's so bizarre to me.
Mondo, he didn't want to mute. This is ironic to me. Like people really expect us not to defend ourselves.
defending is one thing, poking is another.
I mean, it's like we've come so far, but we're still so far behind as far as getting lost or being able to be, a black person in this country, protecting ourselves against people that are monsters and animals that come here and don't know how to act, and it was okay. Wait a minute, because now you can come off mic just fine, huh? Like I said, it is mighty funny how we want to protect ourselves in this country being a black person, whereas before our people were forced into servitude and had to bow their heads down every time a white person walks past them. Now we are defending ourselves, and now it's a problem. I just think that's mighty funny.
Also, the host asked you about Chud the Builder. How do you feel about Chud the Builder?
You hear about the statistics of the blacks in New York?
Yeah, it's funny. I
Yes.
about those statistics, but I
Because
also
you said you came a long way.
wait. Hold on, Mundo. Do you know who Nick Fuentes is? Did you research that while you were researching statistics?
Not at all, should I?
Okay, so Nick Fuentes is a tragic Latino like yourself who is a white tea supremacist. He's a Latino like yourself. And also, the leader of the Proud Boys is a Latino. So these are things that are destructive to the nation. These are T groups, and they're ran by Latinos.
Did you know that
What
the
should we do
KKK is
about the fight?
Christian?
Hold on, Mundo. What should we do about the violent Latinos that are bringing anarchy to our country? That's more important than a
Triple
little
K,
book
I love
project.
TikTok shop.
Only by the statistics, that doesn't match up.
Okay.
Showed in New York that the blacks
Organization.
have not at all moved up. They're at the bottom of the barrel, like
So,
always. They're making 20,000 a year compared to everybody else.
Mundo,
And
what country did your family move from? You moved from Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic, and you're here telling people who are native to this land how we should be. You come from one of the most degenerate islands in the world. In the world. You are an embarrassment
my
to your
family is three
culture. You're an
generations in.
embarrassment to America, and you're an embarrassment to Latinos to even come up here and speak to the richest Black people in the world like this. Our money collectively, we have more wealth than any other Black people in the world. So you're talking to royalty. Please know your place.
Your place is exactly what Mayor Mandani just said.
Okay, so Mando, you didn't answer the question about Chud the Builder. So how do you feel about Chud the Builder going around provoking black people, calling them racial
I don't know
slurs?
who is Chubb the Builder.
Okay,
I'm not
Chud
sure.
the Builder is a white guy. I'm going to tell you, Chud the Builder is a white guy. He goes around and he calls black people the hard ER and gets reactions out of them, and then when he gets the reaction, then he calls them tells them that they're chimping out. So what do you think about a person that's doing that in this country?
And don't forget,
That that would
hold on, Mando. He's in jail right now because he ended up walking, running into a black American and ended up pew-pewing him. Now he's in jail. So go ahead.
that wouldn't fly in New York. He'd get it beat down quickly.
He knows all the statistics, but he doesn't know things that are actually happening. That's what I'm saying. These people, they're the problem. They're the problem, love. They're
Yeah,
the
I think
No, we don't
immigrants are the
support that.
problem.
I'm saying
Hold
that
on.
we
What
do not
about
support
Andy
that.
Chow? What about Andy Chow and Cyrus? What about
We
that
do
case?
not support any of that. We're not supporting racism and hatred.
HAT. I love TikTok shop. What about the Andy Chow case? Do you think he was the jury got that right?
You know, the
Oh,
problem
Rick
is
Chow.
carrying,
I'm sorry.
carrying
I'm sorry,
the
Elizabeth.
problem is the weapon, carrying weapons. Why are you going to have to carry weapons on you?
That's not against the law in Texas, just so you know. You could carry anything in Texas, any
But
age. Same thing in
right.
Louisiana.
So is black people the only one that shouldn't carry weapons because white Americans carry pocket knives, all type of knives, and pums all the time. So is it black Americans we shouldn't carry we shouldn't practice our rights?
Sure, you can, but there's an age limit.
It
Not
was
true. There's no age limit.
If I'm
There
not
is an age limit. You can't
if I'm
carry
not
a, four-
if I'm not mistaken, that wasn't a knife. I think that was one of those
Clean cleaning.
cleat cleaners. Figured that one out.
It's misinformation, y'all, or that there's no age limit. Listen, I have family in Texas and Louisiana. I have a little cousin who was gifted a pink rifle when she turned 10. There's no age limits. They go out and go hunting and go to the woods. You don't know what you're talking about.
You have to have a license to purchase weapons.
Sir, you just said there's an age limit. I could go out to the woods right now with my 10-year-old cousin in Texas, and it's going to go up with a weapon that she is legally allowed to have at 8.
And they
know our
and
That's
culture.
not true.
and
That's
they
not true.
yes it is. And they sell pews at Walmart in Georgia that you can just walk up. You don't have to have a license. It's not true.
Gifted
Now the
to
whole database now as
We're
the
not like
ARF,
New York
they
in the
have to
South.
search you.
We're not like New York in the South.
That's a federal law.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. You don't know our culture, sir. You don't know American culture. You're over there in New York with your
Every
fellow
state.
immigrants. You don't know us.
You sound like you're just getting angry. I'm trying to give you facts.
No, I'm
Let me
giving you
ask you something.
facts.
Does every state have different laws, Mondo? Or do they all have the same laws?
Trying to make it no matter what that they can just hurt people
Sir,
with weapons and get away with
does
it.
every state have different laws or not? Yes or no?
You can carry all you want. Don't
Like,
hurt anybody.
for
How's that?
example, can you have a pew pew in New York? No, you can't. You will get a mandatory sentence. You can't have a pew pew in Washington, D.C. You will get a mandatory sentence. But in plenty southern states, you can have a pew pew. So what are you talking? Every state has different laws. You should know this. But let me ask you
Okay,
another
let's
question.
say
You were
okay,
talking
that's
about
fine.
those black stats. Hold on, Mondo. You were talking about those black stats. Do you know whether those people are Black Americans, are they Africans, Jamaicans? All those stats you were quoting earlier. Do you know if they were Jamaicans? Because you know in New York where you live at, not every black person you pass by is a Black American. Some of them are Jamaican, from all different places like you. So did you think about that when you was talking about those stats?
Okay, so what's the number? Hold on. So what's those statistics? How many are of those violent crimes are Black American? How many are people from the Caribbean? How many is from the African continent? Can you tell us that?
I can tell you, listen, let's not even trust those statistics because we know who's putting them out there. So on your behalf, I would say I agree more like those statistics are not even right.
Why did you quote them?
I was just
I'm
about
talking
to
about
ask.
my statistic was with Mandani. He just stated that the black community between the wife and the husband are only producing $40,000 compared to everyone else.
Okay, sir. Which one of those are Black American families or Caribbean families? In New York, there are multiple Caribbean families,
In
multiple African
African.
families, the place of immigrants, so to say, in New York. So, how many of those are Black American families that don't have a father, and how many of them are Africans and Caribbean, sir? Do you know that? Let me answer it for
Yes,
you.
yes,
No, you
no.
don't.
The
No, you don't.
statistics
Because it's a
was
broad black
based
box.
on
You don't
blacks.
know. The only way you know is if you move to California. Now go get California stats, and then we'll be talking. Until then, it doesn't matter because there's Africans and Caribbeans in those stats, and maybe even you. What you mark? You mark white or you mark black
Listen,
males?
you can
What you
look
mark?
at why don't you just do an eye test? You don't see any black businesses. You don't see any blacks moving up. They're all still in the projects. They're still praying to Jesus.
Question,
They're
Mondo.
waiting for
Black
Jesus.
Hold on.
Americans.
They're
Again,
waiting for
sir.
Jesus. Don't forget,
Hold
they're
on,
waiting for
Chris.
Jesus.
Hold on, Mando. Don't get upset. Don't get upset. Calm down, please. We only having
I'm
a
just saying they're waiting
conversation.
for Jesus.
Okay. Shout out to Jesus. Go ahead, Duran.
Hello. I don't normally get on panels, but I got a couple questions for Mondo since he's doing statistics. How do we feel about Latino on Latino crime? According to the FBI statistics, 84% of Latinos are unalived by Latinos. How do you feel about that?
Well, that's not good.
Well, how do you feel about under YT people, Latino men are more likely to uh, physically assault their wives? How do you feel about that?
Told you, I don't trust anybody.
You up here spouting black statistics, but you're not addressing the Latino statistics.
Lady has stated that the black community have come out and they're now had advanced. When it was statistics show they have not only not advanced but financially have gone backwards.
That's wrong.
You said
Second
you
of
don't
all,
agree with those.
the black community has advanced. That telephone that you using to talk to us right now was invented by a black man. Do you know that? Your lights, your
All inventions
refrigerator.
all
Black
inventions
people,
are invented
these
with black people.
inventions, huh?
He said all inventions are invented by black people. Sir, can you list those
I've never
things?
said that, but we have
If you
created a
walk
large
outside in the
number
street,
of
all
No,
you
y'all
see,
technology.
gotta talk one at a time because there's other listeners. Please, just one at a time.
I'm sorry, you keep butting in while I'm talking, but go ahead.
where are the black businesses? Where?
Go ahead, Duran.
I'm from Buffalo. I'm also from New York. I'm not living in New York now, but there are plenty of black businesses spread out through Buffalo. I lived in New York, and New York was very. I lived in New York for a year, and I went for film school. It was so racist in New York. I quit school early. And you talking about black people, white people? Oh, I'm sorry, white tea people. It is the most bigoted people in the United States, and you up here trying to defend them. You are a coward. Uh,
Defending anybody. I told you in the beginning that I thought that Carmelo Anthony was a coward.
as are you. Uh,
Why didn't he just fight like my son did?
because you less of a father, you didn't
He's a
address the
wimp.
fact that
He's a
your
No,
punk.
son was jumped.
hold on. The boy, listen, that young man had health issues. So if
Come
you
on with
wait a
no
minute, wait
excuses
a
now.
minute, wait a minute. I'm about to ask you now, and I'm not coming up with an excuse. This is just reality, and this is a real question. So if you had a health condition that you could probably unalive from, would you not protect yourself if you were being attacked? So if someone surrounded your car, would you not protect yourself, from being unalived or attacked, and you know that you have a health condition? Yes or no?
I would run.
And that law too, American Texas has stand your ground law.
Right. But the
Oh,
black
okay.
boy gotta
See,
run.
well, no, we're
I'm
not
running. I'm
running
not
no
gonna lie.
more.
I'm running.
We're not running no more.
No, I'm not a poker. I'm just a runner.
Well, run
Well,
on,
I'm a damn
Mando.
poker. I'm a poker. I'm a pew pewer too.
This,
All your
this,
kids are in prison.
this is America. You know, you ran across our border, and then you have the nerves to sit here and have this kind of mentality towards Black Americans. That's
You're the
why.
one that gave
That's
up your
why we
land. You
support
gave up your
ICE.
land.
That's why we support
You don't
ICE. And I hope everybody listening to this Latino.
Why is he saying we
give up
gave
your
up our
land
land? We didn't give up anything. It was stolen.
because it was stolen because you're weak.
Mondo,
Why did you run? How did you get over here? Why didn't you stay in your country? And your parents, they must have been weak. Why didn't they stay in their country and fix that up and fight for a better life? What are you doing in our country?
Well, I don't know what to tell you. My parents were born here too. You have to
They
talk to grandpa or grandma.
they was weak. Your lineage, you come from a lineage of weak people, weak runners, and that's why you so inclined to be a runner yourself.
ouch. Oof.
If that ain't the truth, I don't know what is.
Thank you for coming up, Mando. Did anybody else have something to say to him?
No, but just so he could hear that, these are people that fled their nation, their parents fled their nations, they never went back to help their nation, and they're telling people who are rooted in this land and our ancestors never fled how we should behave. They're projecting their weakness